The Kansas City Chiefs have been blindsided by an announcement that has taken the NFL by storm. A sudden departure within the organization has unsettled the foundations of one of football's most consistent franchises. For years, the Chiefs have represented stability, dominance, and a carefully built dynasty. Yet, this abrupt decision has left fans, analysts, and even rivals in disbelief. The timing makes the news even more dramatic, arriving during a critical phase of preparation. Departures in professional football are not unusual, but this one carries weight far beyond normal transitions. It is not merely the loss of a role, it is the departure of influence, leadership, and identity. The Chiefs now face questions about how this move will impact their immediate season and their long-term aspirations. The NFL thrives on surprises, but this revelation has struck deeper than most. Kansas City, once certain in its path, must now navigate uncertainty with a spotlight brighter than ever before. The shock resonates not only inside the organization, but across the league itself. The departure leaves a void that extends beyond statistics or position titles. This figure embodied a presence that influenced both on-field performance and locker room stability. For players, he was a trusted voice, a steadying influence, and a symbol of what the Chiefs stood for during their rise to dominance. His absence changes the dynamics of leadership, forcing others to step into roles they may not be prepared to fill. For coaches, it requires a reshaping of strategy as systems built around familiar contributions must be redesigned. For fans, it sparks concern about whether Kansas City can maintain momentum without a cornerstone figure. This role was not easily replaceable, and its importance reached into every part of the organization. The Chiefs now face the challenge of redistributing respite and stability, ensuring that the team does not fracture under the weight of change. In professional football, depth and adaptability are crucial, but few moments test them as sharply as an unexpected departure. The true significance of this loss will unfold in the months ahead. For the players, the news landed like a heavy blow. Teams thrive on rhythm, trust, and shared belief, and this sudden absence disrupted all three. Veteran players accustomed to stability must now adjust to a reality where leadership looks different. Younger athletes, often leaning on guidance, suddenly confront uncertainty about who will provide it. The locker room is more than a gathering place. It is the emotional core of the franchise. Without one of its most defining voices, the Chiefs must find new ways to unite. In moments like these, cracks can appear, testing the depth of relationships forged through years of competition. The Chiefs have always prided themselves on chemistry, but even the strongest bonds require renewal in times of upheaval. Every practice, every meeting, and every game will now carry the added task of rebuilding cohesion. The response of the locker room will be decisive, determining whether Kansas City emerges stronger from this shock or struggles to sustain the culture that built their success. For Andy Reid and his coaching staff, the departure creates immediate pressure. Reid has long been regarded as one of the NFL's most adaptable leaders. But this situation demands more than tactical brilliance. He must preserve belief, maintain focus, and ensure that players channel disruption into determination rather than distraction. Coaching through crisis requires a delicate balance, acknowledging the loss while keeping eyes fixed on the larger mission. Adjustments will be necessary, from reshaping playbooks to reassigning responsibilities. Every detail becomes magnified under our scrutiny, with the media and fans dissecting decisions more closely than ever. Reid's calm presence has carried Kansas City through countless challenges, but this moment tests his ability to lead beyond strategy. He must remind the team that their identity rests not on one individual, but on collective resilience. How Reid responds will shape not only the current season, but the perception of Chiefs Kingdom stunned. PA legend Dale Carter's sudden resignation. Dynasty shaken. Kansas City official news. Chiefs Kingdom. Picture this. It's the eve of your home opener roar. Arrowhead primed to erupt like a volcano, and suddenly, boom. The voice that's hyped your Super Bowl chases for 16 years ghosts the mic. Dale Carter, the PA legend who's turned touchdown, Kansas City, into eardrum-rattling poetry, drops a resignation bomb on September 12, 2025, citing a red line crossed on a controversial third down call that left him fuming. Welcome to Kansas City Official News, your no-holds-barred nerve center for red and gold revelations. I'm your name, and this isn't just a booth vacancy. It's a seismic gut punch to our dynasty's soul, hitting mid-prep for that Eagles grudge match and echoing louder than any Lombardi lift. Stability? Shattered. Leadership void? Echoing. Fans reeling from disbelief to what if, what ifs. But in true Chiefs fashion, is this crisis or catalyst? If Arrowhead's heartbeat just skipped, smash like now, we're dissecting the drama, from locker shock to rival grins. Let's thunder through. Okay, Kingdom. Let's blitz the breaking beats on this mic drop earthquake that's got NFL insiders buzzing in Chiefs socials in meltdown mode. Because if you blinked on September 12th, you missed the memo that flipped Arrowhead's script. Longtime PA announcer Dale Carter, the baritone boss who's narrated our glory since 2009 thanks 16 seasons of Field Goal. It's good. Chills. Abruptly resigned 2 days before the Week 2 home opener against Philly, torching a bridge over a botched third down announcement that he called his red line. KCTV5 broke it wide. Carter, emotional in his statement, fumed the call crossed a line after a ref's gaffe in Week 1 Asperzel thriller, sparking a chain reaction that ended his run. And why Post piled on. Resigns before Week 2 home opener, quoting his raw exit. That was my red line. A mic drop moment after voicing triumphs like 3 Lombardis and Mahomes' wizardry. The ripple hit hard. Newsbreaks mirror US detailed the unexpected loss pre-Super Bowl rematch vibes, with Carter's booth built on passion now echoing empty, forcing a scramble for a fill-in as the Eagles loomed. Instagram's Farzan Panjwani via Chiefs IG confirmed, announced resignation just 2 days before home opener, with fans flooding comments in shock 10K plus reactions in hours. Yahoo Sports tied it to the skid. Coming off that Brazil heartbreaker, this felt like salt in the wound, amplifying prep chaos. Facebook's Chiefs pages lit up with tributes. One post mourning longtime member Carter's immediate exit 3 days pre-Eagles, blending grief with gratitude for his electric energy. And while some whispers of Kel's retirement floated debunked as July fluff, this was the real thunderclap. No player exodus, but the voice of victory vanishing. Enthusiastic shout. Carter wasn't just a caller. He was Arrowhead's hype man, turning routines into rituals. Sources from KCTV5 to NY Post are locked. If this doesn't have you fired up or fired up mad, sub to Kansas City Official News for the full Fallout feed. Exhale, faithful. Headlines hammered. Now let's autopsy the ache and forecast the fire from this booth blackout. Cause Carter's curtain call on September 12th isn't sidebar static. It's a dynasty disruptor testing our 2-2 resilience post-Ravens route. Pre-resign, we were sinking. Mahomes' 250th TD milestone, Worthy's jet return gashing Baltimore. But this hits the intangible core, the presence that amped every snap. Implications scream seismic. Locker room, a vibe vacuum. Vets like Kels leaned on Carter's cadence for morale pumps, per SI echoes of past PA bonds. Now, young guns like Worthy face a quieter huddle, risking rhythm ruptures in high stakes like Week 5 a Saints dome brawl. Cohesion cracks? Possible. But Chiefs chems Teflon. Imagine practices pivoting to silent motivation, forcing players to self-hype, potentially sharpening focus or fraying edges if the energy dips. Reed's realm? Pressure cooker plus. Big Red's adaptability Bible 3 rings, remember? Gets stress tested beyond X's and O's. He'll rewire rituals, maybe amp pregame speeches to fill the sonic void. But Media Microscope NY Post's blindsided framing magnifies every misstep. His legacy? On the line. Calm captaincy carried us through holdouts. But this influence exodus demands dynasty diplomacy, reminding the squad, we're the roar, not the announcer. Mahomes? Burden beast mode. Patty Ice's unifier aura that post-Ravens huddle glow-up steps supernova. Expect him miking more, turning TDs into team therapy. But if the crowd feels off, his arm carries extra emotional weight. Hypothetical heat. Week 6 Philly rematch. New PA fumbles a Kel's call, momentum mini-melt. But if Reed rallies a voice from within, fan-voted chance, we drop 31-24, flipping script to strength. Rivals? Salivating Sharks, AFC West Wolves Broncos, Chargers sent blood, tweaking site games with quieter Arrowhead mocks. League-wide, Bills/Eagles plot exploits, per analysts' vulnerability vibe post-news break. Fan fallout? Arrowhead ache. Our 12th man thunder, fueled by Carter's calls, risks a decibel dip. Social storms FB's 760-plus reactions mix fury. How? Now? With faith, Reed's got this. History's hype. Pat's post Brady voice shifts. Cowboys booth bounces. All bounced back bolder. Prediction? Short-term stutter. 1-1 next 2. Crowd at 105 decibels versus 110. Long haul? Beach Vet's a voice maybe ex-chief broadcaster cameo. We hit 11-6. West wire to wire. This test tempers us for Banner 4. Why? Resilience recipe. Adapt or atrophy. And Kansas City's cooked up comebacks before. Poll pop. Does Carter's exit echo louder than a weak 1L or rally us to record roars? Bold. New PA by October. Arrowhead averages 108 decibels, Dynasty decibels dialed up. Chiefs squad, you've weathered the wave of this booth bombshell. Now crash the comments with your kingdom conviction. Carter's red line resignation on September 12th rocked us. So spill. Does this disrupt Dynasty dreams to a wild card wobble? Or forge fiercer focus for a 3P tier? Hammer resilience rally. Or vibe vacuum? Below and lace it with your logic. Reed's reset? Mahomes' mic takeover? Or Arrowhead's auto roar? I'm trawling every passionate post tonight for shoutouts in tomorrow's fan-fueled follow-up on Kansas City official news. Double down. Who's your dream PA pick to pump the thunder? A radio vet like Mitch Holthus full-time? Or celeb cameo Snoop at the mic? Last lava flow? 87% blasted back-to-back banners after Ravens. Your fire fueled the frenzy. New to the nest? Nestle in, subscribe, shout tag your section mates. And let's amp this into an all-time Arrowhead anthem. What's your fave Carter call memory that still gives goosebumps? Pour it out. Your passion powers the pulse. Boom, Kingdom, your Kansas City official news seismic scan of Dale Carter's September 12th mic drop resignation. 16-year void-voiced, locker leadership limbo. Reed/Mahomes mantle up. Rival radars redlining. Fan fortitude flexed. And history's resilience remix. It's the shock that spotlights our steel spine. From redline rage to roar renewal, this tests but tempers the throne. Sneak peek. Week 5 Saints sound off. New voice, same venom. Till then, thunderclap the team. Subscribe to Kansas City official news 50K subs by midseason. Your hits the heartbeat. Like if the lore lingers. Bell for booth buzz blasts. Share with squad mates mourning the mic. Eternally grateful. Chiefs charge on. Dynasty decibels defiant. Red reignites.